And yeah, we're live now. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Today we are commentating the match between Magnus Carlsen and Nepomniachtchi, Game 6. I have Stepan with me here. Hi, Stepan.
Hello, Milan.
How are you doing?
Excellent. Trying to figure out how to turn off chat while watching the stream.
Okay. We are so old.
I don't know how to do that. How do I turn off chat when watching a live stream on YouTube?
Try to minimize the window you're watching. No, but try to just make it 3/4 of what was actually. Or for me, it works.
Oh, okay. Okay, it works. Okay, wait.
I just hope we don't get some Petrov or some other boring opening. Let's say we get some Catalan, I'm happy, because the Catalan was actually really interesting. What?
Because you play the Catalan.
Not in the OTB. Occasionally in Blitz, but I usually opt for London or, I don't know, something else. Are you learning Catalan as well?
No, I stopped. I don't want to play the Catalan.
Yeah, I know one time we tried to implement that, but it was just, I think, too ambitious.
I don't like it when they take the pawn. I don't like it when they don't take the pawn. I don't like it.
When they take the pawn, you have to prove something. When they don't, it's also quite solid for black. So yeah.
La.
Wait, is the no d4? Oh, knight f6. So we get some Catalan, I guess, or Greenfield maybe. Nepo is a Greenfield.
Wait, did they make a move?
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at the live stream and there all the pawns are. Ah, okay, now I saw it.
Huh.
How much of a delay do I have?
About half a minute, I think. Oh, but look at this. This is some weird stuff.
Okay, the last I saw is knight f3 by Magnus.
Now it's d5, g3.
Okay, well, that's normal. That's either going to be a closed Catalan or a semi-Slav against the Catalan set.
Or maybe some reversed Greenfield, if black plays c5 and...
Yeah.
Yeah, but you would play something like c6, bishop f5, right?
Yes, always.
Always for a London for life.
If they play c4 here, if they play c4... So if I would go c6, and if they go c4, then I would go e6.
Yeah.
Wait, where are you watching the game?
On Lichess.
Lichess. I will watch it on Lichess as well.
But sometimes the broadcast there is can be deceiving. One time I watched the game, and I was watching the wrong game the whole time. They were broadcasting something else. And after 2 hours, I found out that it was something totally different. Like,
okay.
What did you choose? Chessbook or?
Yeah. Did you hear that Vasily Ivanchuk is streaming all the games?
Oh yeah. Ivanchuk Chess on Twitch.
Okay, so this actually is a relevant position for me because I played against it in my last tournament game and I lost in this exact position. I went c6, he went c4, I went e6, and I lost. I played an international master 2350.
Wait, which game was it? Against whom?
Last game. I don't know where the game is, but I played e6 instead of bishop f5. And yeah, the problem was that I played bishop b4 check, and after knight d2 I played knight e4, and my intention was to play f5 and play a stone wall, but then I got scared and didn't play the stone wall. Instead took knight takes d2 and lost to tempi and was just worse. He played an easy e4, and
yeah, it might seem that black gets bishop pair and gets something, but in the long run white gets all the fun.
no, I didn't even get the bishop pair. He played knight d2, not bishop d2.
Knight d2, okay. Well, that's even worse, I think.
That's just bad, yeah. And I have no reason at all.
We had some training game like that, similar. Bishop d2, you had knight e4, f5, but I think it was a draw or something like that.
I don't know. I like playing stonewall setups against the Catalan setup.
Yeah, and what's interesting that the Avruk book doesn't even recommend anything. Like, it's not even a move there.
Against that?
Yeah.
Okay. Why? Wow.
Come on, Nepo. Play something, please. e6.
Okay, so he's going to play c6 and play what I played last game.
So we expect bishop g2, which happened.
c6, or maybe knight.
Or just something flexible like bishop e7 or knight e7. Bishop e7, castling. That's all normal.
Maybe he's waiting for c4 to see what happens.
Yeah. Castle. Maybe he prepared something like, oh, b3.
Whoa!
Okay, we have something.
No, but it's going to be a queen c2 setup, like double fianchetto against the semi-Slav, but it's not going to be easy to play c5 for black, I think.
And why exactly?
Well, do you know anti-Meran setups with queen c2?
No, not really.
Okay, so the bishop is on e2, the pawn is on g2, and there's a pawn on e3.
Okay.
And white plays c4, queen c2. And then if you play dc, he takes bc. And if you play c5, white just waits and eventually isolates your d5 pawn after knight c3.
Huh, okay.
Yeah, so now I think... Okay, yeah, this is actually weird because there's no pawn on e3, so you don't have time for c4.
So if now c4?
No, but c4, cd.
CD or DC?
CD. Wait, he took? This has to be a variation. I don't know.
He took on c5, yeah.
So he's just playing without the center with the bishop on b2. Okay.
But this seems... I don't know, this seems a bit naive.
I don't like it. I mean...
For white.
Wait, isn't black just slightly better if he takes on c4? Or he can play a complicated game. But if DC, BC?
No, DC queen c2, I think, is the point.
DC queen c2?
Yeah, and then collect on c4.
DC queen c2, queen b6? Queen c4, knight g4.
Knight g4, and now I can go e3, I suppose. No, knight g4, queen takes. No.
Yeah, okay.
So what if I'm stubborn and go bishop d4? Bishop d4 is just too risky. Rook d1 and e3. We have a question in the chat. Can you speak some Croatian?
Može. What do you want us to say? And also, you should know that Milan is not Croatian; he's Serbian, but we speak the same language.
But I don't mind. What's a move here? Something like knight c6, and then we get into some kind of tarash, maybe? Knight c6, and cd, ed, maybe?
I never like playing an isolated queen's pawn position against the fianchetto because I never get to attack. I don't know why. I'm just afraid. If they have a pawn on g3 or on g6, I just don't accept the isolated pawn.
Yeah, this seems like if black doesn't push d4 at some point, yeah, it seems like it will get some good pressure for white.
It seems easy to attack the pawn.
Yeah, always some bishop b2, bishop f6 ideas, and
yeah, and I can go knight a3, knight c2, knight d4.
Yeah, or just knight c3, knight b5, knight d4, or any way to to attack this pawn. So we have c4. Is d4 an option here?
Wait, it says no games from this position.
Oh.
If you click on the book, there are 7 games before c4, and then 6 white played bishop b2.
Wow.
And they have all been played between 2400s, so this has never been played on a high level.
Maybe if you check Chessbase, maybe it has something like Entitled Tuesday or... But...
Okay, but the last game in the database is from 6 months ago. But okay, Title Tuesday, it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
This is the World Championship. This is weird. He chose a variation that was never played by a strong player. So what was the weird move? Okay, DC was weird.
Uh-huh. So here it says that bishop b2 was the most common.
Bishop b2, knight c6,
knight d2.
Yeah, this seems more normal.
Yeah, but these guys are not normal, for sure.
Yeah. So, okay, Nepomniachtchi is definitely confused.
I think he should play d4 here. Knight c6, some kind of Benoni, but without the pawn.
But how do you ever play e5?
Knight c6, e5.
But wait, on d4, can I go knight e5?
If here, knight e5. Queen c7, maybe. Bishop f4. Knight h5. I would like to say, but...
Knight h5, maybe I have knight d3.
Knight d3, I take on f4.
Yeah, okay, I don't have anything.
Maybe you can take with g-pawn, but...
Like... d4 seems a bit too scary.
Yeah, but I think that's the kind of move that Nepo likes to make. That's typical for such a player.
Okay, let's say you go d4 and I play knight a3.
Knight a3, knight c6,
Knight c6, knight c2.
and now I push e5.
Bishop b2.
But now maybe you have b4.
Maybe. But I still don't win a pawn, so maybe bishop b2 to prepare. I will always have b4.
No, but now after bishop b2 I have rook e8 and you don't have it now.
Ah, okay.
So maybe b4, and now black has to choose. Does he want to go to d6 or just to capture the pawn? If he takes, take, knight e5. This pressure on the long diagonal might be too much to face. I think it's good for white here.
Yeah, I agree.
And if you go with bishop d6, wait, b4, bishop d6, that's just, I don't know, it feels wrong, because now I can just develop bishop b2 or something else, and black lost time, simply.
Yeah. Or you can just go b5 and...
Nepo took on c4 instead.
He did? Okay.
And now I expect just queen c2. If they exchange queens, that just feels wrong. I mean, with this weak c4 pawn, and also his queen side is totally undeveloped, so yeah, he played queen c2. Say Syria is a beautiful country in Croatian.
Sirija je preljepa zemlja. Or Sirija je prekrasna zemlja.
That's right.
Can he play bishop d4, knight d4, queen d4, bishop b2, cb3?
Bishop d4, rook d1 immediately, I think. But if you take, yeah, that's a problem. Bishop b2 and cb3. Yeah. But can you take on c8 maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure. If you take on c8, he takes on b2. I take on b7. Oh, no. He takes on a1 and he takes on a2 with the pawn. Not happening, I think. Hello to Connor and USA.
Hello. Okay, I don't like this game. This is going to be very boring.
I have that feeling also. I know when the game is going to be boring, and this is the one. This is the...
But this is just dead. This is a asymmetrical pawn structure.
But also, it seems like the game that Magnus may squeeze, but for a long time.
How can he be squeezing?
Well, if black doesn't solve the problem of the bishop, that's the only problem here.
Okay, but let's say queen c7.
Queen c7, maybe bishop f4 first.
Okay.
And then bishop d6, but still it's okay, I think. Takes.
I mean,
queen c4. Maybe you can get away with this, with e5 and... Hello Eugene. Well, this is my channel, not Stepan's, so you could not find it on his channel.
Yeah, I shared the link to Milan's video in the community tab.
And he played queen e7 here.
Well, that makes sense. I think bishop d7, knight e5. He can just play knight c6.
You mean queen c2, bishop d7, knight e5, knight c6. And
if knight d7, then maybe knight d7 and bishop d6 and knight c5.
But maybe he can even take on c6 and claim that okay, it's simplified, but black has slightly weakened pawn structure, so...
But he has bishops on c6 and c5.
No, but I exchanged those. I mean,
knight c6, you took knight c6.
Yeah.
Ah, you took both and then bc6, okay.
Yeah. And then I take on c4 with the queen and I say, okay, let's play this.
Yeah, but after bishop b6, how do you use the pawn?
Wait, where?
Okay, let's say that position happens. I have a pawn on c6, bishop on c5. I play rook a c8, bishop b6, and then play c5, c4.
No, but I can put my knight on c4 in the meanwhile, so I think it's long-term better to have. I don't say it's winning or much better, but it's pleasant, at least.
Wait, look at this.
Knight d2. Oh my god. What's this? This is some weird concept.
Now he has time. He has more time.
Wait, what happens if he takes now? On b3? Knight b3 or knight b3, bishop d6?
I don't understand. Isn't this just a pawn?
Maybe, but maybe it's some 0-0 variation, but still black has to be careful.
Why?
I have no clue.
But b7? What else can you do?
I don't know. Once black plays e5, I don't see how.
Maybe also just have time for c3, queen c3, knight d5, and then knight c6.
Aha, you mean here, c3, queen c3, knight d5? But maybe he won't take. He will just play on c3. He will play knight c4. And maybe e4 on the next move.
And when I play knight d5,
then
e4, knight b4,
queen c3, and I have bishop b2 next, maybe.
Yeah, okay. Okay, then let's say just take the pawn, because why not? I mean,
yeah, take knight d5.
Okay.
And where to go with this? Queen c4 maybe. But that's just, I don't know, queen c4 a6 seems okay. And even if you stop quotations mark with a4, you have b5. So it's not stopping at all. So
wait, can we take cb and after knight b, can we go bishop a3?
Bishop a3, yeah.
To prevent rook c1. And I mean, I assume he plays bishop f4 or bishop g5.
I don't know. It might be good to take.
Take, queen takes.
Queen takes, and maybe he wants e4, e5, and to somehow gain space with knight g5. You know, when the knight moves from f6, knight g5, and maybe create some attack. I don't know. With the dark square bishop missing from the board, if you provoke g6, that might be a reason to be concerned.
Okay, then take, knight takes. Can we play knight bd7?
This, but I have take, queen takes, or because if knight takes, then bishop a3, and there's this pin. If you go b6, knight e5, and
okay, queen takes.
Yeah, queen takes.
Now we have to move the queen.
And if I take bishop a3.
b6. Ah, okay. Yeah, okay. I'm stupid.
b6.
Yeah, no, you just have knight e5.
Okay, but rook b8. What now?
Yeah, okay.
I mean, maybe you have some rook b1 unpleasantness.
I don't know. I wanted to be ready to meet e4 with e5.
Oh, maybe it is bad. Rook 95, rook b8, and just rook ab1. And now I want to go knight c6. And once you get your rook to b7 to take on c5 and do some... There is some tactic, I think, in that case.
Okay, and what's the punish for bishop b6? So
Bishop
cb,
d6,
knight
yeah.
b, bishop b6.
Bishop d6. If I go e4, you go e5. I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah.
What else? Maybe some ideas like...
If you go e4 and I go e5 and then just play knight c6 next, then that's a clean pawn because I developed and everything.
Yeah, e4 doesn't make sense here. You're closing the bishop just, and it's even worse. So I think there has to be something like knight fd4 or... But still, it's...
Wait, knight fd4 after bishop b6?
Bishop b6, I thought bishop d6. Bishop b6, then I think after a4 there is slight pressure. You need something like rook d8 maybe, or rook e8.
Well, let's say I just play bishop d7 and you play a5, I play bishop d8.
No, my threat is bishop a3. That's why I'm playing this.
Okay.
So, do you have knight c6 here? Oh, I play a5 now, I guess. Or just bishop a3, knight b4, queen c4, a5. Oh, I don't know. 95 with compensation.
I mean, okay, does he have anything else if he doesn't take the pawn?
Well, this what you said, c3 looks also...
Yeah, but
looks fine.
I would just rather take the pawn.
What about a move like b5? That seems a bit sketchy, but it is an option. Oh, wait.
But I can take on c4 with the e5 knight. And if you play cb3, I play knight b3, attacking the rook and the bishop on c5.
Wait, b5?
b5, knight e5.
Knight e5, bishop b7.
Take.
Take. Queen takes.
And knight ec4.
Wait, how is that possible?
I played knight e5.
Yeah, but I defend with b5.
Okay, then take first. Sorry, bc.
Okay, first take on c4, but then I can I play b4? That was my idea, kind of.
Why do you want to play b4?
Well, to try something like b4, a5, a4.
But if you play b4, I play knight d3.
You mean knight e5, knight... Yeah. That sounds right.
D6, I play c5 and rook b1.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back.
Wait, are you moving the pieces on the board? Because I'm looking at the Lichess.
Now I'm on knight bd2 and...
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the Lichess screen without moving. I was wondering if you move.
Yeah, I'm moving. I'm moving.
Yes, I can too. I didn't know. I thought I was like looking at the video, but I can move everything. That makes it easier, but I'm going to do it without moving the pieces.
What do you think? Is he going to take the bait?
I don't think it's a bait. I think you are equal, but a pawn up. So I would take. So unless he plays c3 or takes, what else could he do? He could play knight c6, but then knight c4, I guess. That was the point.
Knight c6, but can you still wait? Can you just go bishop b2 and still
But
wait?
I think if knight c6, you take knight c4, and then you can go knight fe5. I think that was the idea, but...
Or maybe some pressure on like something like bishop, if you go knight c6, bishop b2, and something like knight g5 next. Maybe that's too prosaic, but...
But it still provokes g6.
Or you just play e5 as black and
Yeah, but I can take.
claim that you can...
No, I cannot take. Okay. You play e5, I play g4.
How deep do you think Carlsen has prepared this? Let's check the time first. Wow. He spent only 3 minutes for 10 moves, and Nepo is already close to half an hour.
But this is a weird position. I don't think it was.
I think he doesn't know exactly, because it's too hard to predict what black is going to play. There are so many options, but I think he knows some concepts, some main ideas of this setup. Weird, but a setup. I don't believe that time factor is going to be... Time travel is going to be a factor in any game, because I think the time control is just too long and they have enough time to figure this out.
What's the time control?
2 hours for 40 moves, then 1 hour for 20 additional moves, and then they get increment with 15 minutes. That's just insanely enough.
Okay. Wait, can Nepo play CB, knight B, and then knight A6?
Knight A6 here, yeah. Let's check it out. And if I take on C5, we told Queen C5, right?
Queen C5.
Oh man, this seems so scary.
Why?
Take, bishop A3.
Okay, B6, knight E5, rook B8. It's the same thing.
No, but can I be more subtle, like something like rook B1 first? No, but then bishop A6 and you get away easier.
Oh, wait, but can we just equalize? Like, let's say Nepo wants a draw, and then he plays CB, knight B, B6, and if knight E5, bishop B7.
Wait, let's put this on the board. If B6, what then? Knight E5?
Knight E5, bishop B7.
Bishop B7, and you exchange everything, take on C5, and... Yeah, that's...
I mean, maybe white is a bit better, but I don't think he is.
But there has to be some... I'm always afraid of some tactics like knight G5, and... But there's knight always.
He doesn't have time. He needs one more move. So maybe... Yeah, okay.
Knight C6 was played. Maybe he felt there is something... But... Honestly, I didn't see it.
Wait, he played knight C6?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
So
now I expect bishop b2 here.
Well, now bishop b2 makes sense, because you are actually threatening knight g5 on the next move.
Yeah. Or are you? If knight g5, if I give you those two moves, then e5, maybe that's kind of the point to weaken the central squares, but at least black is getting out with his bishop, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, probably c3 makes more sense. Like if bishop b2, then you play c3.
c3, but then I take with the queen.
I know, but at least you don't have knight g5.
Or maybe something, I can play for something like bishop c3 and threaten bishop f6 to ruin the structure. But even then, I think e5 works perfectly. Like bishop b2, c3, bishop c3, e5. And if you go knight c4, well, now if I go e4, you have bishop f6 maybe.
Yeah, but now if Magnus goes bishop b2, can black just play rook d8?
Rook d8. Oh, yeah. Rook d8.
And then knight d4. And if knight g5, e5. And if takes, bishop takes.
No, if knight g5, then knight d4 again. I think
No,
it's...
yeah, that's what I'm saying. After knight d4, if knight g5. No, okay, the queen is on c2. Okay, sorry. So bishop b2 makes sense, and then rook d8. And black has no problem.
Yeah. Maybe he needs something like e3 here, or...
Maybe.
But then knight b4 may be unpleasant. On e3, knight b4, queen c4, and knight d3.
Yeah.
Queen h4. Oh, no. Maybe just bishop f6 here. Bishop f6, and if queen takes, then knight e4 is unpleasant, and rook d1.
What if white plays bishop b2 and black just plays e5 immediately?
Bishop b2, e5, and... I'd like to say knight e4, but...
I think on knight e4 I take.
And take on b3.
Take on b3.
Yeah. And if you take on c4 with the knight? Did you mean e4?
So bishop b2, e5, knight c4. Then I thought knight d4, bishop d4.
Ah, that one. So knight d4, bishop d4.
Yeah.
But I don't know, this also seems quite scary. Takes, rook a d1, or the other one, I don't know. Let's put from a d1. And the bishop's not out, so you cannot connect. I mean, you have rook d8, but there is still this pin.
Yeah, but I have bishop e6, bishop f5. I can at least develop now.
Yeah, but you'll be a pawn down here.
Yeah.
I mean, queen c5 is possible, but then queen d3, rook d8, and just e3, or... Oh, bishop f5 is there. But still, I think even after e4 that white is better, because he will just have a good center with f4, e5, and Maybe even some attack on the king side. Who knows? So that was bishop b2, e5. Can I improve with rook c1 maybe? But it doesn't seem very useful. Because e4 is... no, e4 is not a threat just yet. But wait, maybe... If I don't take, then c3 knight d5 is maybe unpleasant.
You're saying if white doesn't take now?
Yeah, if I go rook c1 or something else. Rook c1, c3. Ah, but queen c3. No, this might be unpleasant because take on c3 with the bishop. Unless you have bishop a3. Oof. Is it possible to include time control as well here? It is, but I will need to shrink myself or Stepan.
What?
Somebody in the chat asked if I could write time control.
Wait, I just opened your stream. Why didn't it start? And I see people in the chat saying stream is not started.
Wait, what? I see.
Don't know.
I think it... Oh, wait. What the hell is this? Well, I probably messed up something because the title is not the same.
Ok. Čekaj, je li ima ikog u chatu? Nema.
Ima.
I don't know. I only see the old messages saying 10 minutes late.
Yeah, I probably messed up something.
So
yeah, this is
okay. So so the link that I shared didn't work.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. I eto, šta ako niko ne bude gledao, eto.
Pa kako si to uspio?
A ne znam, testirao sam juče, ali nedovoljno.
Daj mi novi link, pa podijelit ću na ovom... A ne mogu sad, ne mogu sad. Šta je?
Nije suđeno.
Dobro, ćemo komentirati samo na hrvatskom.
Ne, na engleskom.
Ok.
Is there such thing as a pseudo-Catalan? I have watched Stepan's video on the pseudo-Trompovsky, which I enjoyed very much, but I've never seen something like this. Maybe I don't play enough. Pseudo-Catalan. Well, if something is pseudo-Catalan, then this might be...
No, I think it's a pseudo-Catalan if black doesn't play a normal setup, and white just plays the Catalan with d4, c4, g3, bishop g2, and black does something else, then it's called a pseudo-Catalan.
Maybe something like e6, g6 setup, which I saw, which is totally strange.
I don't know. It says here that this is a pseudo-Catalan, but I don't know why. I don't know at which point it became one. As soon as white played g3. That doesn't make much sense, but... Okay, he did take on c4.
Wait, I need to refresh. I had too many variations. Knight c4. Well, now we have something fairly familiar, I think. Let me find myself in the... We have 4 viewers. Oh.
I'm trying to send a message in the old chat that the old stream is
died.
Broken.
Wait, I'll try to copy the link and go into your chat.
Why did he take on c4 now? Why not bishop b2?
Maybe he thought that at this moment it's not recommendable to poke the bear and keep the option for black to take. I don't know, maybe now the c3 was better, because now after bishop b2, after c3 he cannot avoid like knight c4 like he could in the previous one. So maybe the whole point was to capture on c4 with the knight, I believe. Or to get some Benko-ish Catalan position with the pawn down. Community. Okay, now let's...
Wait, can black play e5 now?
e5.
e5, bishop b2, knight d4. Now the b file is closed.
Bishop b2 and b5.
What?
You said e5 and after bishop b2?
Knight d4.
And if I take on d4?
Twice?
Yeah. Take, rook a d1. Rook d8, yeah.
Maybe I would go rook e8 to trade d5 for e2. If I don't get mate.
That is so brave.
It's brave until I play, until I develop.
It's brave until you don't do commentary.
No, I mean, if I can play rook b8 and b6, then it's not brave. It's okay.
Wait, rook e8, rook d4, queen e2. Take on e2. Take.
No, I'm not playing it immediately because I just get mated. No, I have to play rook e8 back and then.
Yeah, it's so passive.
Yeah,
I agree. But what do you do if you take twice rook a d1, rook a d8, rook d8? I think it seems.
Rook d8, rook b8, b6, bishop b7.
If you manage.
Why wouldn't I manage?
Knight a5 maybe. Knight.
Knight a5 after rook d8?
Yeah, knight a5, and how do you proceed? They will maybe want g6 and bishop f5. That seems okay.
Okay, how else can black develop the bishop? If not e5.
Okay, let's go back. So moves like. What about b6 here? Because I want to play after b6. If you go knight e5, you might have knight g5 here. That's a bit worrisome. Because if bishop b7, bishop b2. Oh, but even then, knight d4 might work out.
This is actually hard for black.
Saving the bishop.
Where does the white queen go if you just go knight b4 now?
You mean after b6?
No, just knight b4.
Aha, here. Well,
Because there aren't too many good squares.
queen c3, I can go back to d5 or just move the other knight. Queen b2, but that's maybe queen b2 to stop e5.
B2, yeah, and if let's say knight b4, queen b2, knight b d5, if you play e4, I can move my knight.
No, the pawn is for free, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the queen is not there. Okay. Wait, what?
Aha, b5 now. That's a bit committal, I would say. That's a bit crazy. Wait, if he goes knight e5, then he takes, I guess. But no, it cannot work.
It doesn't work. No,
Knight d4 then. Knight d4 intermezzo, and then you take on c4, or just go bishop b7. Yeah, you just go bishop b7 next move, and he has to move his knight from c4. So it might actually work out. Daka, hello. Well, we're doing some commentary. The plan didn't work out quite quite as we planned, but
no, it doesn't.
Yeah, we're so old. We are so misinformed. I do knight? Does knight a3 make any sense now? Probably not.
Okay, what if we just play knight c e5?
Knight c5.
And we just don't care about tricks.
Maybe he can as well go bishop to b7 and...
Okay, but then I play bishop b2.
Okay, then I take...
Knight c6, bishop c6, knight g5.
I take on e5 and...
Oh, you take on e5?
Yeah.
Okay. That's just boring.
And I think it's pretty much boring, like you said, equal. So, knight c5, I think black will comfortably equalize this. If not even being somewhat comfortable, because slightly better, because b5 is kinda gaining space, and I can see how black can turn this around. But what else? We said knight f5, knight b4 problem. And then, oh, there is some nice move here. If he goes queen b2, you take on c4, bishop a8, and then c3. Queen b1, I don't know how will this end, but looks very scary. Like something like c2, queen b2, knight e2, and then bishop d4. So you don't go to b2 here, you go to... Oh damn, where do you go? Are you playing any tournaments soon?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you turn up your mic?
Wait.
The sound is a bit weird. Guys, is there anyone in the chat? Can you, is it just for me or is Milan's microphone a bit
Is it better now?
weird? No, it's still the same. It's like you're in an elevator.
Wait, let me
Yeah, it's good now. Now it's great now.
Okay.
I don't know what happened, but now
I brought my mic closer, so...
Okay.
That's the magic I did.
Okay. Yeah, I'm playing a tournament. It starts in 8 days. And then I'm playing another one in 29 days. And then maybe between those two, I'm playing another one if they allow people to enter Austria, but that's...
And where do you play?
I'm going to play in Zadar, and then I'm going to play in Rabat.
That's nice.
I was going to play Bošnjaci, like I told you, but but it's a really small village, and there's absolutely nothing to do, and I would have to stay in a house with some random people, which I don't want to do.
You told me some story. I don't want to bring this up. But it wasn't from Bošnjaci, it was from Gradište, I think, or I don't know.
From Gradište, yes. But it's the same story. It's a small village in the eastern part of Croatia. Same thing.
But Paraćin, come on. That was exciting.
The feeling of being the only Croatian person while there are 20 football hooligans fighting drunk is not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to mention for context that generally Serbian and Croatian people hate each other because of our history, and football hooligans and other people of lesser intelligence tend to actually dislike Croatian or Serbian people and vice versa. So it wasn't fun.
I could imagine only.
And then did I tell you when I was going home that I
Oh yeah,
shared the
you told me. How, man? How do you end up in such situations?
I don't know. So yeah, that I went home at around midnight from Belgrade to Zagreb, and 5 minutes before the bus departed, 20 Crvena Zvezda football hooligans, half naked with torches and drunk, entered the bus. And it was the bus that goes only to Croatia. So I thought they intentionally wanted to come in and kill some Croatian people or something. But no, they were just going home to a small town close to the border.
Oof.
It was still really stressful.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to Rabac because it's a really nice coastal town in Croatia, and there's actually stuff to do.
And after New Year, what are you playing? Wait, this is this is at January, yeah.
Rabac starts on the 2nd of January, and maybe on Štefanje, kako se to kaže, Boxing Day,
Oh yeah.
December 6th. I may go to Austria. There's this open Amdonau something on the Danube River in the northwestern part of Austria. It's 4 days, 7 rounds. Should be a strong tournament, but I don't know if they allow people into the country now. They didn't a week ago. Maybe they're going to change it for the Christmas holidays, but I don't know.
I hope so. What's your rating currently? 1970? 1980?
80.
Nice. So with those two tournaments, I think you will cross.
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, let's not jinx it.
I mean, you can never tell, because the two tournaments that I am playing, there will be a lot of kids. So
yeah, that's always a minefield of
anything
kids.
could happen because they are, I mean, always at least 200 points lower rated and mostly better than me. So
I don't want to be racist, but Indian kids, Turkish kids, they're just so underrated.
India, Azerbaijan, Turkey, Armenia.
Yeah. Now it's more balanced, I believe, but when the lockdown was over, it was just ridiculous how ratings were not real.
Are you going to play anything?
I don't think so. I think I will focus mainly on my channel and improving my openings, my play in general, and once I get my finances right, then I will probably consider something. Maybe qualifications for Championship of Serbia, maybe that. In March, I think, or April. But even if it's not played, I'm fine. I can wait for summer and play those tournaments.
Can you wait that long?
Well, you have to wait for for something to happen. I need to be patient.
Are there any tournaments in Belgrade before the summer?
I think there is Spring Open, which was very strong this year. There were some Armenian GMs like Martirosyan, the other one, not Melkumian, but some other. It was quite strong, but I didn't play it. I was preparing for my for my summer.
Your summer was good though.
Oh yeah, my summer was the best ever. I got 60 points. What can I
nice.
What can I get more? I mean, I almost got an IM norm on Serbian League, so
Yeah.
It was very cool.
You almost got punished by the 1900 Jovanic in round one.
Oh, don't remind me of that game.
Show people that game. Can you show people that game?
I don't know if I have it here, but maybe some other time. Maybe some other time.
You have to show it to them. I actually insulted Milan for about an hour after that game. So
Some profanities in Croatian I don't want to repeat.
Yes. And in Serbian.
Yeah, in Serbian you can understand mostly.
The guy was rated like me, some 1900 something, and it was a King's Indian.
I was destroyed completely. Outplayed.
He was destroyed, and then when he got destroyed, he gave up 2 pieces.
I gave up 2 pieces for 3 pawns or 2 pawns. I had some passed pawns on the king side, but it wasn't so dangerous, I thought.
Yeah.
But then I played on his Zeitnot because we didn't have additional time after 40 moves like you usually have in some stronger tournaments, some more serious tournaments. So he was playing only on his half minute, and I put some pressure on the clock, and finally he cracked, and I managed to promote even, which was quite an experience I had. That was just the most insane game I had.
Страшно.
And then I lost 2 in a row, which was kind of a punishment for this crime I committed. So it was all balanced, I believe.
Wait, why is Magnus thinking so long? We didn't even discuss the options. Come on.
But what?
Okay. Maybe knight c5 is problematic because after bishop b7, I'm threatening to take on e5, take on g2, and play bishop d4 and just win. No, you have bishop b2.
And even if you play bishop b2, I think it's quite comfortable for black. I don't see how is he going to. I think even white is the one who has to be sort of worried because his queen is a bit out in the open. If you get rook ac8, rook fd8, it has to go to b1. Where?
Bishop a3, knight a3, and if queen a3, the queen c6.
Wait. Bishop in which position?
Here, just bishop a3.
Oh, but the knight.
Yeah, you can throw in knight b4.
Wait, b5, bishop a3.
No. Just bishop a3 now for white. Yeah.
b5, bishop a3, and you take on c4.
Oh, okay. No, for some reason I thought he had to take on a3 first, but he doesn't.
Yeah, that would be okay because the knight on c6 and b5.
Yeah, but it actually wouldn't be okay because he can throw in knight b4. I think.
Wait, bishop a3, you take and knight b4.
Yeah.
Yeah, also, but queen d2, isn't that?
Yeah, okay. In any case, it doesn't work. So.
Yeah, I think. I don't know what can be played here.
Can we play knight b2? You said it doesn't work?
Knight b2, but knight b4 looks quite good. Bishop b7 next. I don't know.
Okay, let's say knight b2, knight b4, queen b1, bishop b7, a3.
a3, bishop b4. And that's a problem. Knight d3 takes ed and just go back to d5, and it's Carlsen who is suffering.
Okay, then knight e3, knight b4.
Knight e3. Can I go even with knight d4? No. Knight b4. Knight b4.
b4, queen b2. bishop b7,
a3,
a3, knight
d5, I guess.
knight d5, knight d5, bishop d5, or maybe knight d5, I don't know.
I think it's also fine, because bishop g5 is actually not a big threat. You can just go h6, and even if he doubles on f6, you take with the queen, exchange it, and bishop
Okay,
pair.
so
yeah. So what can we do?
okay, knight e3 seems normal. Knight c5 doesn't work. Knight fe5 doesn't work. Knight b2 is weird. Knight d2 I don't want to play. Then knight e3 is the only option. I don't know.
Knight d2, no. Knight a3. I don't know. I'm desperate.
Knight a3 is okay, I guess, but
Knight a3, knight b4 again. Or just a6, chill, and
yeah, just a6 and the knight is bad. Maybe after knight a3, a6, you can also just go e5 and bishop and g6, bishop f5, and just try to destroy.
Or at least if you're being careful, knight b4, bishop b7 at least.
Yeah.
Well, now Magnus is catching Nep on the clock, so
maybe he should have taken on c4. I mean, I'm
you
gonna
mean,
go back on the board.
yeah, here.
Yeah, after knight c6. After knight c6, yeah. Maybe...
You meant bishop b2, maybe, or
yeah. Sorry, instead of taking on c4, just
yeah, bishop b2. But isn't there something like knight b4? And
there's no knight on b4. Ah, okay, yeah, okay. Sorry.
Queen c4, and I wanted to make b5 work, but I'm not sure.
So we're saying bishop b2, knight b4, queen c4?
Queen c4, and now a b5 I want, but...
Can I play queen h4?
Queen h4, that's a nice try.
I mean, it's not a try, I'm gonna play knight e4.
And if I play... And if I go knight fd5?
After queen h4?
Yeah.
I think I just go queen g4.
Queen g4, f5?
No, you can play e5.
Oh, yeah, even that. Yeah, f5 is a bit sus.
Okay, then I can take on e7, knight e7, and I don't know. White is okay, it's equal. Maybe I have some tempo on the rook.
Bishop e7, yeah. It seems boring as well. Maybe maybe White has some slight advantage. He has more space, but I don't believe it's such a problem. He puts everything on c-file and we can call it off.
I don't understand why they play positions with symmetrical pawn islands. I mean, you're 2800. Why would you do that?
Because the stakes are so high. That's why.
I know, but there's no chance that you win in a structure like this. Your opponent would have to make a mistake, which at 2800 is unlikely to make. So you're basically okay with not being able to win 99% of the time.
Yeah, it's like boxing. You box for 12 rounds and wait for your chance. Oh, knight c5 was played.
Okay, I thought that was better for black. But let's see. Okay, bishop b7.
Bishop b7 or knight b4 first? What do you think?
I think bishop b7. But
maybe if you... Maybe it's important to kick this queen away from... But how do you kick it? You always have queen b1? I always thought like, oh, queen b2, I have always, but queen b1 is as well an option. So you can capture on e5 because of loose bishop on c5. I mean, you can, but knight d5 is not really what I would like to do.
you can also go knight d4 and trade rooks.
You mean immediately knight takes, bishop takes? You cannot, because I have knight c6 first to input.
Okay, I can go queen d8 or queen d6 maybe, but and take on a1 with the queen. But yeah, it's not good. It's unnecessary.
Yeah. Knight b4. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be a long one. Or maybe it's gonna fizzle out into some boring position that they're gonna repeat. But it's better than that Petrov, I think. Even though it was slightly interesting in the end. What now? Queen b1, queen c3. Queen c3 seems very unnecessary.
Yeah, I think queen b1 is the only logical move. I don't know.
Queen b2 as well, I think. But queen b1 seems more natural because it keeps an eye on h7 and also on e4.
And they want to play bishop b2.
Yeah. So let's say queen b1, bishop b7. What does white do?
Bishop b2.
Bishop b2, bishop b4.
Okay, queen c1. Rook
Queen
c8.
c1, rook c8.
Queen g5.
Oh, that one. Queen g5. Can I go knight d5 here, or you have queen g7?
I have queen g7. Let's go knight c6. I think.
No, but I have queen.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, it's a funny idea. Wait, I have knight d7. Or no, you have f6, damn it. Doesn't work.
Okay, just play queen b1. What is he thinking about? I don't think there's any reason to go queen d1. Seems just...
But I think he's considering queen b2.
Why? Isn't that just worse? What do you do with your bishop?
Yeah, but you saw in this variation how he just gets on bishop b7, bishop b4 with tempo. If you don't go bishop b2, queen c1, bishop b4, queen c1, rook c8, I don't know how is he going to get advantage. But with queen b2, yeah, you're getting your queen on a weird spot, but at least you're not giving your opponent some tempi. Maybe that's the point.
But okay, let's say queen b2, rook d8.
Oh no, but you have a3 now, and you can't go to c6. So I think.
Okay, yeah, bishop b7. Okay.
Yeah. So bishop b7. Just to be clear, I'm not convinced about this position either, but I
would never play queen b2.
maybe now g4.
G4. Okay.
Bishop b7, g4. Come on, give it.
Yeah, but you're not getting anything.
No, I'm kidding. That's nothing. It's not Fischer. Who was the Fischer Anderson?
Anderson, yeah.
You have to play king h1, rook g1, and then maybe try to go for something. But in this case, it seems just a caveman style. I was thinking before about some weird plan, like on queen b1, bishop b7 to go bishop e3, but that's a bit borderline crazy. To provoke capturing and fe, knight g5, you know. That for bullet maybe it would work, but
wait, why did you say that I have to go bishop b7? If I go rook d8 and you play a3 and I go knight d5,
wait,
what's the down?
Knight c6 fork.
Okay. Oh, okay. I was thinking about the rook on a8. Okay.
Yeah. So just to show, if rook d8 here, a3, go to d5, knight c6, attacks the rook and the queen. So here I think just bishop b7 would work out. I don't see how is white going to bishop b7, yeah? Oh.
I just don't like white's position at all now. With the queen on b2.
I don't like it in the sense that I don't see how... Okay, a3. How are you going to play for anything? And now, do you go to c6 or d5? a6 is a...
I don't want to trade pieces. And if I go to d5, where does the bishop go? To f4?
Well, that's a good question, but...
I don't want to allow bishop d2, bishop c3, and stuff like that. Or bishop d2, b4, bishop c3. In fact, I would like to play b4. So I want to go knight d5, b4.
And if I go myself b4, then bishop goes to...
Bishop b6.
b6.
But then still you don't have bishop d2, bishop c3. So if I play knight d5, you probably have to play b4.
Yeah, to stop black from playing the same.
So yeah, but
I would play knight c6 here.
Why?
Because
Why do you
I want to exchange some pieces to make this bishop work better, and...
Which bishop?
On b7.
It's already good.
Yeah, but if I clear it, there's no tactical danger. If I put it on d5, then I think there is always some kind of threat, and if I exchange just those knights, I think I'm just reasoning like this. I want to exchange this knight on b4 for the knight on e5, which is very strong. But on the other hand, you're just recycling knights. This knight from f3 gets to e5 and you still have problems.
I don't know. I definitely wouldn't want to trade pieces here. Okay, so if I play knight d5, my knight is good. White has to play b4. I have to play bishop b6. And look at my bishops. My bishop on b7 is defended, so there is no threat. c6 is defended.
I guess I will play something like bishop d2, but even then knight e4 might come.
Yeah, I mean you have no squares for your bishop. That's the point.
I mean, I have to go for queen b3, bishop b2, but it's very slow.
Yeah, but if you play knight c6, then I take, play b4, bishop d2, bishop c3.
Yeah.
And then I can even just take on f6.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. And in this case, which we have on board with knight bd5, seems like white is a bit cramped. I don't know, my bet is that Nepo will slightly press in this game.
He should. I mean, Magnus's queen is on b2, so black has to be a bit better.
That's my impression. I don't know what the engine says, but it's my human.
If there was a bishop on b2, then it's probably just completely equal.
Yeah, but this way white has to spend some tempi and it gives black some time to improve. And now it's like +1 for Magnus. I'm really itching to see what's the evaluation, but I don't mind. It's not so bad.
It's probably equal, but a human would still want to sort out the queen on b2, I think. So even if it is equal, I think it's hard for a human to leave the queen on b2 without doing something about it. The bishop on c1 is just stupid if you play knight d5. Maybe bishop g5 with knight g4, but I think I can just play h6 if you play bishop g5.
Yeah, h6. Oh, wait, knight d5. h6.
Wait, what are you talking about? Knight d5, bishop g5, h6.
Yeah. Can you sack? No.
Where?
Like bishop h4 just, and if black takes the bait with g5 to take bishop g5, then e4, queen e2. Seems like a long shot.
At least I can play bishop f2, knight g4, and queen c5.
No, but bishop f2, rook f2 just.
Okay.
I don't know how dangerous this can be, but somehow I doubt. Oh, but on the other hand, you have e4, knight g4 next. You have to be a bit careful.
Nevertheless, he should still play knight d5. He doesn't have to play h6. He can just go queen e8 if he's afraid. Or b4.
Yeah. Or just h6 and then if bishop h4...
Then b4, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. And if knight g4...
It's not a threat, it just threatens to double the pawns. If knight g4, I take on a3.
Take on a3, yeah, that's not as big threat as it might seem. So,
come on!
knight c6.
But he's playing for it wrong. That's just...
Knight c6.
Okay, b4 and bishop d2, bishop c3, and it's just equal. Now it is just equal.
And
that's just... God.
And what if I go now with... Oh, he has bishop... No, he doesn't. Bishop g5 now?
Okay, and I take...
Take on e5, queen e5, I think.
Queen e5.
Now I'm slightly worried for black, I don't know.
If you play queen e5, then you don't have knight g4, so I would just play rook a d8.
Rook a d8. Take on f6, gf, queen h5.
I don't care, I can just play f5.
But do I have... takes, b4, rook d5 first, yeah. So bishop f6, gf, b4, rook d5, and you get out. And if bishop g5, knight e5, queen e5, rook a d8.
Why do you take queen e5? Why don't you take knight e5?
I didn't want to exchange bishops, because if he takes with the knight, take on g2, take queen b7 check, and knight e4 next, I think that's...
But if you take with the queen, then bishop g5 makes no sense, because you don't have knight g4.
Yeah, but in this case, it also doesn't make sense. Because...
Then why play bishop g5?
I don't know.
You don't have to, you can play b4 and bishop d2.
Yeah. This... Can I go... But again, I can take and... What is this? What is this position we are playing?
It's equal.
Maybe now I can play queen e5 and take on b5. So maybe after b4 immediately you have to go to b6 or... Yeah, to b6.
Yeah, you go to b6 and what's the problem?
Ah, bishop g5. I'm kidding.
There's no bishop g5.
Bishop g5, knight e5. But now again I'm tempted to take with the queen. And at least you're forced to defend on b5 with a6. But that's not much, isn't it?
Wait, what is he thinking about? Isn't b4 forced?
No.
Unless he wants to take on c6.
Knight d3. Okay. Obviously not. Knight d3, bishop b6. Maybe then you can put some pressure, some mild pressure with bishop g5. But I don't find it so dangerous.
If you don't have knight g4, then bishop g5 is just... You're not going to take on f6.
Yeah.
I think we are missing the point. There has to be something behind knight d3. Okay, it prevents b4 for the moment. So if bishop b6, he probably plays b4 anyway.
Or bishop d2, bishop c3.
Oh yeah, okay, then it's prevented. Yeah, the knight defends b4. But okay, let's say I play b6, you go bishop d2, and I play a5.
Bishop c3.
b4.
Okay.
I mean,
That's
you
where
have
it
to
ends.
play B4. Maybe b4 is better immediately than after a5, because if a5 b4 then takes, and
Yeah,
who's
the
open
b5 might be a bit weak, yeah. So b4 here, rook fd8. Bishop d2. I wanted knight d4, but I'm not sure if it's... I think it's good, knight d4. Why not? And what about going bishop d6 for e5, e4 maybe? That's also quite interesting, because now the knight is on d3 and it's inviting this pawn push. But bishop b6.
I don't know. Okay, so b4 now. Maybe he wants to play e5 after b4 is played. Can he sacrifice?
Is a4 something? A4, b4 maybe?
A4, b4, knight d5, knight c3.
Yeah. But... bishop d2?
Bishop. Maybe bishop f4 now.
But I still have knight d5.
Bishop g5.
f6?
Okay, then I'm happy. I just go bishop d2 and b4 is defended. No, wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's defended. And I'm gonna go b4 next and then bishop c3. And for some reason you played f6.
Oh wait, are we talking about the same position?
I don't know, I'm not moving the pieces and I don't see your board.
So after
bishop f4, knight d5, bishop g5, f6, bishop d2.
Yeah.
And you cannot play b4 with black, so I'm going to play b4 on the next move.
No, but I played a4, black played b4. That's the position.
Okay, I was just talking, what about bishop f4 now, immediately?
So here, bishop f4, knight d5, bishop g5, f6, bishop d2. And if I go e5 immediately, what then?
I can just take it. Your knight is on d5.
No, but my knight will go and bishop will defend.
Okay.
Knight g5? No.
Wait, but okay. I don't know.
This might be too much for white, because now e4 is a threat. And if you play e4 yourself, that's not really that dangerous. Knight c7, knight e6, and I get to d4.
Should Magnus just play knight back to e5 then? And he lost to tempi?
I have no clue. Maybe knight f e5? Oh no, bishop d4 then. Ah, but no, he doesn't have it. Because
no, but
of
he can
knight
still
c6.
just play takes, bishop g2, king g2, and b4.
Takes, queen takes. To attack on b5, I think.
Oh, again you take on e5 with the queen.
Yeah, that's what I like. And then bishop b2 next.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna play b4 anyway, defending b5.
Okay, but I still have bishop b2 just and develop normal. But you don't have b4.
Why not?
If you take, king takes, knight from d3 defends. You mean as white or as black?
Yeah, because you took with the queen. Okay, yeah, okay.
So next bishop b2, and I think it's more pleasant, but I would not give it any label like better or bishop g5.
Okay.
Somebody wants to give up the bishop pair.
I don't know anything about this position. It's just
Maybe he wants to keep tension with h6, bishop h4. And I dare you to play g5.
I doubt it somehow.
In case he does that, g5, knight g5 takes bishop g5. You have bishop d4, at least. I think that's enough. But rook fd8. So he wants to prepare knight d4. From what I can notice. Does he want maybe knight f4 now, knight h5? Or is it too crazy? Knight f4, knight h5, and somehow to ruin the pawn structure without giving the bishop pair. What do you do on knight f4? Well, in the blitz...
We can just do e5, I think.
e5, knight h5? Knight d4, maybe? I don't know.
E5. Yeah, I don't have knight d4 because you can win the e5 pawn.
How?
I will take on d4.
Bishop takes?
Okay.
Oh, maybe you have intermezzo, bishop f6.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I don't think it works now.
Bishop f6, gf, queen c1 instead of queen d2.
Yeah, it doesn't. Milan, I have to go.
Okay. Thank you so much for stopping by. If we do something next time, I will make sure that it's the real link.
Yeah, sorry for leaving early, guys, but I have a lesson scheduled, and I forgot about it when we agreed to do this stream today, and I just have to go to the lesson. Sorry.
I'm gonna take it over from here and have a good lesson.
Yeah, thank you. Bye, guys. Bye, Milan.
Bye. And now we are all alone. Now it's gonna be tougher to discuss. But I'm gonna try. So, I was saying about knight f4. What can black answer? Maybe knight d4 immediately. That's okay. Knight h5 to attack on f6. Oh, but he just takes on f6. What the hell? I guess he will just capture with the queen. Oh no, this is getting worse. Bishop f6, queen f6. Ah, maybe the point is to have knight e5 next. Maybe this is the point. And if rook c8 to take here. And if bishop c6 to capture the queen and to claim that you have a slightly better pawn structure in the endgame. Exchange rooks and maybe try to push for more. And but then bishop d4. Bishop d4 is a party pooper, I believe. So if this is not possible, then you just capture on f6. If you don't, then it doesn't make sense. So this, and what does he want? Just to rook c1, or... This reminds me of the game, the first game, I think, in the match from 2016, Carlsen Karyakin. I don't know if I can find this, but never mind. Six, queen f6, gf, and what now? Just rook c1. Or first going for a4, but that might be double-edged with bishop pair. b3 might be weak in the end. What do you think? Is he going to take with the g pawn, or... I don't like this as much because of initial knight 4 and h5. Would be okay in the end with knight d4, h5. The variation I was beginning to show is this one. Instead of bishop f6, 4, and in case of e5 to h5. knight d4 to take on f6, gf, and now take. Bishop takes and c1. My point was that after bishop a1 you can have h6 and threaten checkmate on g7 and also to 6. So if I goes queen f8 to g7, then knight f6 and it's checkmate. It's very nice. So I believe that it's possible to refute, but not sure how. Because if it wasn't, then Magnus would play such a move. Nepo is now thinking a lot and surprised a bit. Is he worried? 6? Cannot go here because of bishop d4. Do then. GF. Interesting choice. Very, very interesting choice. Now queen c1, maybe queen h6, or simply knight f4. If e5, then knight h5 with some ideas like this to transfer the queen kingside. Okay, let's see the engine for the first time. Oh, all zeros. Wait, did he have any... Oh, even here it was 0. Oh wait, this is not the game. So or queen 2, G5. Also, Queen f6 was the engine off. Probably he wants to just avoid. He tried rook fc1, then knight d4 would be pleasant because now you cannot capture with the knight because of bishop d4, and now you lose the exchange. Just c1 here. Still, I think after or like has a good position. Same as the point. What do you think? Is it gonna be a draw? Oh, nobody blunders. It's annoying. Oh, I think he will just play rook ac8. Keep it. Knight d4 looks also good, like I said before. I don't see how is going to challenge. See how if he manages to exchange bishops. Then black doesn't have a bishop pair, and its weakness might be useful in. opinions on the position? Let's go back here. So Nepo is 56 minutes left for 22 moves, which is a lot, but almost. I don't see that position is so hard to play. Both of them can find good moves easily, and it's only a matter of analyzing the position and this is. I would play just 94, and even though it's trading a bishop pair, I think it's okay. This position. And though he is slightly suffering, what happens if you take just b first queen h6, b4 and 6, go 6. I don't buy it. Doesn't have enough. This, two takes. Can I? 6. B4. After this. Just 94. Heading h5 and hitting this nice. James, what about an f4 advance at some point to structure? Maybe, but immediately. You need an end game. You need to get to the game to achieve such a move. I agree. If the end game, or at least queen and knight versus queen and bishop, that occurs, then you might start pushing that for f5, but out for pieces. But even if you get f for f5, well, it depends. Depends h5 or where it is. But at some point, yeah, at some point you can, sure. For example, if we change, let's just simulate something like this. This bishop or queen 2, exchange rooks. This happens, h5. Even then, I can push f5 and bishop to defend. F5 cannot be, unless you have queen c8. After this to capture, somehow provoke with g4. All seems a bit far-fetched. Maybe if you tried, with something like g4 first, discourage f5 and then to push f4, f5. That might be a better, some kind of improvement. Magnus plays queen a2, so he took queen a2. It's sure resembles of Karyakin Carlsen. Karyakin. And now black is losing his bishop pair. He's gonna be only with one bishop, but I don't think it's such a big deal. Black can always play f5 and there is no danger. Oh, no problem, no problem. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'm a bit dizzy from all the insights I'm getting. Oh, now I would, in practical game, I would be satisfied with white. I like to play this. Especially if black plays something like this. Take everything, play rook c1, and if he takes, go back and fully push. I think this is a dream position for Magnus. I think from all the boring positions, this one is the most promising for him. Because there is some kind of disbalance. Structure is worse. The knight is always volatile and not really predict. I mean, you can always predict where it goes, but the long run you might miss some points. And I think this is quite promising for him. Knowing the games he won against the strong players, this one seems to be the one turnaround. Even though my engine says it's 0-0, I don't. Okay, this is the current position, but wait, why was that? Oh, bishop f2 in the end. Oh, this was unseen. Forget about this. This didn't happen. Probably he will try to exchange to get his pawn to a4 point and just avoid this a3 weakness. b7 check. I guess king g1 here, because if you play f3, it's just necessary you weaken e3, and I don't like it so. h3 seems also very weird because of some rook 5 ideas or something as well. Something like 24 or white do g1, yeah. g1, let's mainline g1, g1. It happens so often to me that I miss pieces I'm talking. Knight for rook. Do these sacrifice exchanges in my mind. Say rook when I mean bishop and so on. Should be. This is Magnus. Yeah, king g1 is played indeed. If black can somehow manage to exchange this pawn for these pawns, I think he'll be fine. He won't even have to worry about not exchanging queen. So easy to, as you always have queen d2, queen h6 to stabilize the king. Alex, is it draw yet? No, not. Very soon. Very soon, like 4 hours from now. Refresh. I think I'll just. Oh, your Strovix. Hi, Strovix. think I'll make a break right now, a small break, like a minute or two. Gonna be back. Nothing personal, but I need a break. And I'm back. Sorry for this long pause, but I had to eat something. And what was played here? King g1, queen e4, queen c2. Now, is he gonna play rook a8? Is he gonna be that brave? Rook a8. I don't know. It's okay. Just go back to c2. Hey Marcin. I knew you were gonna say that. This looks feasible, but sure. What to press here is rook e1, or maybe rook d1. We're beginning to watch this play e3, liberate this rook. Once you free this rook from c2, then you might improve your position slightly. But I don't think he will play rook a8 here. Played a5. Still, white cannot go e3 because take. Yeah, you can take. Maybe rook d. Nepo wants to go a4 to fix weak a1 and pressure on it. Now I'm wondering if a move like knight offer a trade, and if you take. Still, after a4, this a pawn looks awkward. Probably you would have to play something like b1. And in case of taking on b3, capture and rook a5, k5, and then just this. James, do you mean this queen is putting pressure on this queen on c2? Is knight f. I would like to see this. I'd like to see this. I think it's the best chance. Oh, maybe it's not as good because b4 might be a problem. Carlsen, the most boring world champion. Aren't his opponents boring as well? Maybe this is the good way to complicate stuff. Because now after this, you can take on a3 and play bishop b2 next, and you can take at any time a4. And if here, if he takes like this, then a3 might be good. Yeah, you have this. It's questionable. Check it out. zeros. Surprise. So we say this, queen c2, rook c2, and a4. And now if rook b1, b4, wow. Missing all. Ah, he has rook a2. If this happens, I think there's some potential there. They exchange one pair of rooks and eliminate the pawns on the queen side. Bishops are not the pawns on the same side. All the pawns on the same side as on the sides. Be so handy for some pawns on the queen side. This slight advantage might be in the favor of it, but still it's a microscopic advantage. Do you think this is something like this is something that Nepo would lose? Not in top 5. Oh, this is not break anymore, right? This is not a break. I think this position is something that Magnus is heading toward. He's looking forward. Stream another. Oh, thanks for asking. Stream on Bravo. Check it out in my about page. Also, my mic is broken. Know what's happening. But for real, is it okay? Now it's working. Okay. Do you think it's gonna be a dead draw or some fight? I think it's gonna be not such a big fight, something like knight c5 next and exchanging everything. It's Carlsen, he only fights for draw. Come on, cut him some slack. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm... He got poisoned by playing against me. I had some video problems. I'm back. What's the move? Knight f4 is my tip. Something I would play. Because this queen on e4 is very annoying and I would like to kick it away or trade it, why not? Because basically you cannot make any progress unless you play rook d1 and go for e3. Even that's not that great. Probably just a4, and if you play b4 then yeah, you fix my pawn, but also a3 is quite weak. Rook fd1, indeed. Not good. Let's check it out. Still zeros. They have to play some positions which are more demanding. This seems like any move can hold pretty easily. Marcin, what happened in the Duda Wojtaszek match? Who won? So, to say again, with rook fd1, we just play e3 next. King g7 by Nepo, okay. Okay. I guess e3 and maybe some stabilizing move like queen e2 or... Queen e2 looks okay. Queen e2, knight f4 and... play for something. I don't know, this bishop e5 might be the move. Bishop e5 and you cannot go knight c5 because of this and losing the rook, so probably just play this. But still, I think a4 is okay. Unless somehow you can punish him by taking... Ah, but you can take with the queen, I guess. Knight c5, queen a3. f4. Not really. That's why Morphy better than Carlsen. Come on. What happened in Duda Wojtaszek match? Was it that or Duda against somebody else? Or two? Expected. What can I tell about this position that I haven't? A boring position, for sure. Maybe he wants e3, bishop e5, queen c6. And then just capture everything and go king f1, king e2. That's the first step. So he doesn't get in time to go to double. Just do this and next things are gonna happen. Like maybe even a4. To get this pawn on the light square. That's Serge. +1, but 3 in a row. Damn it. That's sad. $40 minutes. 16 moves. That's a lot in this kind of position. It's not a complex position, for sure. But still, as black, I think you have to show some precision. Thirteen draws and Carlsen will stop the last one. His draw strategy must be stopped. I don't know. That's unlikely to happen. 12 draws and 2 losses. That's gonna happen. I don't know. It's disappointing that somebody brilliant as Magnus plays like this, plays positions like this. I hope in the second half they'll play something more enterprising and more sharp. Let's turn on the engine. E3, rook a8. Oh yeah, rook a8, queen e2, bishop b6, knight f4, takes, everything. Imagine being over 2850 and not letting in a match against 2780. Petrosian would never be 2850 or. Sir, be careful what you talk about. 2090. 2900. Cheesematics. I think so. That Marcin is the only one in the chat. And now a move like this would be okay. I think this move would be very exciting. What do you think? But I think e3 is gonna be played. e3 and then goes back to b6, I suppose. And then this is my tip. Queen c6. Takes. How the knight moves. Well, this is boring. I think I'm gonna go now. I think I'm gonna go, and after this after this game I'm gonna make a recap, and that's gonna be it. So thank you so much for watching, and see you later.